I'm Jaden Sims, and this is my speech called Coping Mechanisms. I write my feelings in my notes app, and I sit alone with nothing but my guitar, a pen, and my songbook. I turn to TikTok, Pinterest, and my favorite book when I don't have the right words and I think someone else will, even if I've read them before. We sometimes get in situations that make us want to let out all of our feelings and let everyone know that we're sad or mad or confused or even happy. Other times, we don't know how we feel and just need to know that someone has felt the same way that we do. As for me, I've been an avid reader my whole life. I've always loved when I could relate to a character in a story and how they care for their feelings. I've also been a writer for quite some time, a songwriter and an aspiring author, and it's helped me to learn how I communicate. Something that we often forget is that the point of reading and writing is to help us feel and to help us learn to communicate. I learned first how to cope through reading. Reading books helped me to see my situation through the eyes of other people. In this case, it was fictional characters and influencers. It was comforting knowing that I could relate so much to something so structured. The idea of a happy ending was top of my bucket list for a while. I wanted the good guy, or the good friends, or the life so livable it felt like a dream. And who doesn't? But, spoiler alert, I haven't gotten it yet. The first book I read that I truly related to was The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I don't have cancer, nor have I ever. I just like that he depicted Hazel to be so naive, yet so guarded. I wanted to be just like her. The love story in the book is far from the perfect rom-com, but it's real and it's raw. This book quickly became my favorite in the first read because at the time, I had just found out that my papa's cancer was returning. My papa was nothing like Hazel Grace Lancaster, but everything like Augustus Waters. He was cracking jokes and sarcastic comments until his last breath. Papa fought this relapse for 2 years, and he fought hard. His strength and endurance are the sole reasons I never freaked out. That is, until we were told he had 9 months left. The numb that I felt when we got the news was enough to make me drop to my knees. I had no idea what I felt, and The Fault in Our Stars didn't help that time. So, I turned to social media to give me the right words and to make me feel less alone. People on the internet tend to overshare. They give details about their lives that most of the time people don't want to know. In this case, I did want to know. I wanted to know what these people had to say about grief in its early stages. So, I used TikTok and Pinterest to find videos and pins that related most to my situation. And instead of reading The Fault in Our Stars, I was watching the movie and scrolling at the same time. Reading was really one of the best parts of grief, even though there really aren't any good parts. But it was one of the best because it helped me to stay away from moping around and wallowing in my self-pity. I did wallow at times, but it wasn't the normal lying in bed all day, staring at a wall, waiting for things to get better. I wallowed through songwriting and writing short stories. I've learned that writing is my main outlet for expressing my feelings because using my words is difficult sometimes. Writing helps me to pinpoint how I feel and how I need to adjust to heal. When we were told that Papa was diagnosed terminal, I was stuck in this numb state of mind that was almost like a mask. To everyone around me, I was okay, but on the inside, I was losing parts of myself that connected me to Papa. Writing songs helped me to form words to express how I feel, but writing short stories helped me to get a closer look at how I was feeling. Songs are structured in verses, choruses, and a bridge most of the time. These are small phrases that can give little to no detail on a situation or feeling. On the other hand, short stories give that depth and emotion that songs can't quite reach. When I write a short story, I write mostly in the first person, and I give the character or characters a backstory and set a scenario. What I don't do is plan the stories out, only the character and the situation they're in. The rest, I write what's in my head from the character's perspective, and it helps me to see things a little clearer because I'm seeing from another person's eyes. I learned that doing this helps me to communicate better with my friends and family. I sit and I write a story or a song, and I'm able to explain exactly how I feel to the person I'm talking to. I used my version of wallowing to communicate and express how I was feeling about my papa and his cancer. Sometimes all we need is to sit and wallow in the things we are feeling to get over them, and that's okay. I think that wallowing is okay if you're working on how to communicate your feelings. Coping with the loss of my papa and the change I endured in the 2 years of his cancer battle wasn't easy at all. But I got through it because I had people to relate to and a way to express how I felt. Amidst the chaos of juggling everything from school to Papa's cancer, I learned that the true meaning of reading and writing is connecting with our feelings and sharing them with others. Reading helps us to learn how we feel and make connections from other people's lives to ours, and writing helps us to communicate and let out all of our feelings. So, I encourage you to write to express and read to reveal, communicate and learn, feel and live a better life. Thank you. That's all.